Got to talk about the optics. It just doesn't look right when the 76ers are struggling like this and he's podcasting. And the noise is starting to get louder and louder as Paul George had addressed it at a conference he was doing for, I believe it was a Boys and Girls Club charity event.
When I started my podcast, I knew there was going to be some backlash. I knew there were going to be people that had things to say about it. He's an athlete. He should be in the gym 24 hours out of the day. But to be honest, it's therapeutic. It's a chance for me to talk about things that go on in sports that I probably would hold on to.
It may be therapeutic to him, but in a city where the team's losing and they take their sports really personal, it's going to come off as offensive. See, LeBron James can go about his endeavors the way he does because we know there's 100% commitment to his efforts on the court. A lot of these guys came behind LeBron James and coasted on the player movement, not really living up to expectations, reaping all the benefits of those things, starting their own business ventures, podcasting during the season, but yet they never really had their feet held to the fire. Gilbert Arenas and his crew sat down and spoke about Paul George podcasting during the season without any on-court success. And they had some pretty interesting perspectives. You guys check it out, and every once in a while, I'll check in.
That the mentality of saying after a tough loss with your team and saying that we don't have no identity, we don't have this, we don't have that. As a clear guy that's supposed to be the leader, as a guy who's been prepared and has trained to be in this position to be a leader, come in and be the savior, right? To relinquish that opportunity of leadership and then go still pod the whole time while going through these things with the team, you show where priority lays, right? So if he does this at the beginning of the season instead of when they're trying to find contention, imagine how much more focused the team will be. We said, is it a smart thing for any player to do it when you're trying to be in a competitive landscape with teammates who don't do it? So I'm looking at you crazy if you go pod and your performance on your pod is better than your performance in the game. I'm saying if it's obvious because the podcast is top 5.
Very good podcast.
And the Sixers are not. Look, I'm appreciating him getting the message because he know that Kobe shit resonate. We don't play that shit, man. He got to put it on himself, put it on his shoulders, and go get it. And I think last night he sent a message to his team that the last 4 games, it was like, I think 17, 19, 17, and then he busts out for 27, and he's like, all right, I'm focused now.
You see how up and down Paul George's stats are? I mean, he finished the season shooting 43% from the field and 35% from 3. So very mediocre stats coming from a guy who's basically on a max contract off of free agency. And also he did this while playing 41 games and playing 32 minutes a night.
A little bit too late, but it's a step forward. It's a step forward. I seen it. I seen the energy. So I commend him for taking the effort, putting priority first.
You need that little spark.
Yeah, you need that spark. Does somebody just kind of say like, man, what's up? You really think that's gonna fly with the elders? Nigga, that don't fly with the elders. Because there is no leader there. If Embiid's the leader, he's down. If Max is not old enough and ready yet, that means you're the only one there that can be the leader. You can never say in that role, man, we gotta figure it out and find it. Nah, you gotta say, man, it's on me. Next time it's gonna be on me.
He's stopping the podcast to get focused, to get back to championship contention. What year were they ever in championship contention? They've lost the first round, second round every year. The whole team can fucking podcast. It don't matter. Shit.
I love it.
Because just focusing on basketball, that's what they've been doing for the last 8-9 years, and we see where it got them.
Where did it get him, Gil? Where exactly did it get him? His stints in OKC were underperforming. The last great run he had was almost when he finished top 3 in MVP in OKC. Other than that, they underperformed in the playoffs. They lost to a Damian Lillard team that barely plays any defense. They got eliminated in the first round against Donovan Mitchell as a rookie. And even to this day, he still struggles in the playoffs to live up to what he did that season. And then he went to the Clippers where they underperformed in the 2020 bubble. And then right before he joined the 76ers, 2 out of the last 3 playoff series that he's been in with the Clippers, his performances were underwhelming. So yeah, he's been cashing those large checks, but the expectations have not really added up.
if you're gonna stop podcasting, are you gonna stop doing interviews too? Because it's the same thing. Instead of interviewing with them, you're doing an interview with your own people. So it's the same concept. So the fact that this is even a topic for media, is podcasts getting in his way? He should just respond. Is doing interviews with you motherfuckers getting in my way?
That's not.
You guys drain me more. I got to do an interview before the game, after the game, before practice,
That's it.
after practice.
That's it.
All week.
Right. That's not.
Now, Gil, sometimes this is my issue with his show, is that sometimes he tries to find an argument, but he himself knows right here it's part of the players' union agreement with the league that the players have to participate in media-based activities. So this is a bullshit argument by Gil, but this is what he does on his show. He's fishing for to go viral.
Okay,
that's
you don't
it.
exert
Right.
energy
Right, that's
going
not the
to
same.
the pod, setting up the pod.
Right,
I got to
getting
sit
guests.
here, get the guests on.
Gotta-
We got to do this from 2 to 2, and
I got a 45-minute podcast
I could be
that
using
I
that.
just got to hit the Zoom button.
Okay, 45 minutes. You could be looking at doing
Film.
film or being in the gym.
If you're injury prone,
Yeah.
That's perfect for him. He's sitting
it's
down.
not perfect for shit. If you're
He's
not,
sitting down.
but you're supposed to be going through physical therapy.
This is
If you
injury,
really
that's it.
serious,
Nobody plays.
you
basketball
icing.
24
If you
hours.
really down, you icing 3 to 4 times a day. You doing your therapy twice, 3 times a day.
But
If you
you-
trying to get back,
But I got to interview before practice or after practice, before games, after games.
but you still
So
got to do that. So why double it?
You're telling me I can't spend 45 minutes talking to my fans.
No, you can't. No.
But I can
No.
spend 2 hours talking to my fans through their lens.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yep. Yeah.
Yep.
Hey, so
Yeah,
when you
distract-
get
yep,
home,
yep, yeah, it's
what's
a
the
distract-
difference
obviously
between
it's a
playing
distraction.
video
Obviously,
games and
it's a
talking on the
distraction.
pod?
He would have never backed out if it wasn't a distraction.
So just swag it
On
in.
a, on
talking
a
about-
podcast, that's once a week.
Once a week.
I got to do this interviews with them every single
Everybody-
day.
everybody in
in
the league.
45 minutes, not a day, 45 minutes per week.
If we
I hate that
losing,
shit.
I don't want to see the
I hate that
podcast
shit,
smiling,
bro. I hate
feeling
that.
good, and
That's
having
like
a
the
good
same-
old time.
What if he has a serious face on
I'm
the
just as a
podcast?
fan.
It's like you
as a
gotta
fan.
be serious 24 hours a day.
When you
can't
under
have
contract
fun,
at
you
50
can't-
million,
so when
now,
you
and
go
we
home
losing,
playing the video game,
if we
you can't
winning,
do shit
if
but
we
play
winning, if we
basketball all
winning,
day.
if we winning, yeah.
Like when you go home, basketball,
Hey, if we
lay in the
winning.
bed, shoot
we-
the ball in the air with the basketball.
winning,
24 hours.
if we winning.
Come on, man.
You know, a winning culture allow you
on.
the leisure. You get the leisure of doing things. But when you losing, why would you want the leisure
If he
of
putting in the
doing
work,
that?
if he putting in the work,
No,
y'all
but
should-
why would you want
What
the
work?
you're not? What is the?
He
You're
losing.
not winning.
I understand it's happening now because he's losing, so people's trying to pick at it, but
You
it ain't all
have to make
good.
an adjustment though.
But they
you
been-
have to make an adjustment.
They've
Mr. B.
been losing though. The Clippers, they were losing too.
You ain't gotta go show us. You ain't gotta go get attention for this. Listen,
get-
you gotta go prove that you the guy you say you
Never
are.
lost.
Can't
Right,
get
that
like,
that
they-
200
people
million.
pick- People pick
That
on
You
200
gotta
million.
go prove to be playoff P.
I think that's
Not
mentally
podcast P. The
That's mentally
podcast
weak.
P better than playoff P.
You're saying this, we're losing as a team, and you guys are sitting here saying,
It's you.
45 minutes
Yep,
podcast
that's what
in
I'm
a week.
saying.
No,
Nigga,
it's not
you.
it. That's not it.
It's you.
That's not it, Gil. That's
come
not, and
on.
you know that's
When-
not it.
when
We're
tick-
saying when
I
we're
know.
losing and you out here entertaining the folks while we like, yo, our leader not even locked in. Look at him.
No, our leader's
He's not locked
Our
in.
leader's eating hamburgers.
Then
fucking
our
five hamburgers a
look,
day. That's
and
what
then
our
our
leader's
other
doing.
young fella, he TikToking. He's
hooping.
not setting an example.
He
He
hooping.
think it's cool. It's cool.
That's crazy. One generation is TikTok and the other one is podcasting.
But you tell me why his performances are his performances then.
Then
If
if
you
it-
could tell me that it ain't the production, then tell me
Are you saying
it
what
is.
it's saying? It's saying he plays better podcasting.
It did.
So let's,
Okay.
then it goes against what you're saying.
Well, I'm saying if he's not podcasting and he's not playing good, why you not playing good?
You know what? He probably miss home.
Probably
Being
miss
in
home.
LA?
Probably miss home.
So I'm on here.
Hell yeah.
So why- why you just-
Man, why the fuck all these LA dudes always say Miss LA? He ain't home. I don't see any other player from a different state having the same thing. I don't see Texas guys saying, oh, we miss being in Texas. Or I don't see New York guys saying, well, we miss being in New York. Or same thing in Florida. It's always the LA born players saying, oh, he's not home. He's not in LA. What is this bullshit excuse?
Excuse. I asked a good question and all I
don't
get
know.
is excuse.
Because we don't know.
No, we don't
I know
know.
you don't know.
I'm not
But we
going
know.
north.
How about
We
this?
know. We know. We know.
so-
Y'all don't want to say.
No.
But we all know.
So we're gonna do it. We're gonna do it that favors him.
All right, yeah, podcast.
Hey, You should keep podcasting.
Yep.
You should do more
having 17
podcasting.
podcasts.
You drop 3 podcasts a week, so
Yep.
your numbers stay high. I mean, that's what his numbers say.
Then he would be on that Gills Arena or close to that Gills Arena schedule.
I'm just saying, these are what's the name? Because if they drop every Monday, that has nothing to do with when he recorded it. We don't know when he recorded it. We don't know what his numbers are on day of recording or the day after recording.
Hey,
we just
Paul.
know he drops every Monday.
Hey, Paul, you're being a team distraction.
Oh, my.
He is being a distraction, but he's being a distraction for the 76ers. This is an organization that is very sensitive about the media and their relationship with it. What kind of information gets out about the organization and what's going on internally. There's a lot of scenarios we could always refer back to. A lot of the Ben Simmons fiascos, whether it be his injury or just him not being part of the team for certain moments, his contract situation, or his arguments with Doc Rivers, the situation with Jimmy Butler. A lot of that stuff, the 76ers organization kept it real tight on what kind of information gets out of the locker room to the media. They've always been very sensitive about that. Even Markelle Fultz and some of the injury issues that he had, they kind of kept him under wraps from talking to the media. So this is an organization historically that has always proven that they handled their relationship with the media with kid gloves. So to have a player that's podcasting every week and kind of letting it be known on what's going on internally, it might not sit well with that organization.
You haven't heard it before?
Yes.
Yeah, okay, so what's so crazy
But
about it?
That's crazy.
It's not
because
when you've heard it before. I've heard it before.
You heard it
We know
before
where it
for
comes.
crazy
We know
reasons,
why it
because I was-
comes.
you
We
heard
know
it
it's
probably
crazy.
'cause you was dating
But
somebody.
We
I heard
know
that
it was
shit for
crazy.
that.
We
That's-
know it's crazy, right?
That's why I don't like
but
that
can we help it?
narrative.
Wait, what?
I would stop doing this.
Can we help it?
They said I was, because I was dating Iggy, so I
You wasn't focused.
Yeah.
Were you focused, Swaggy?
Yes.
Okay.
Sometimes.
Sometimes.
The
Sometimes.
chick was distracted.
I know you were going to
It was a distracting chick.
so much.
So,
Now, interesting enough, right there, Rashad McCants pulled out that information out of Nick Young about dating a famous celebrity, because even though he admitted he wasn't 100% focused, McCants had the same situation, as he was one of the first NBA players to date a Kardashian. It wasn't Kim Kardashian, it was one of the sisters, the one that Lamar Odom got married to. But the Timberwolves had major issues with McCants and his off-the-court activities. They believe he wasn't as focused, and that hurt him from having a long career in the NBA.
the team has interviews set up for you, right?
Okay.
Right? Am I right?
Yeah, it's part of my contract.
Part of you? No, it's not.
Yes, it is, Gil. Yes, it is. It's part of your contract. It's written in that CBA that your players union agreed alongside with the owners.
Not interviews from the hotel. Interviews in the arena. What is the difference between that and his friend doing it for themselves?
Well, the team for one, and then also I could deny it if I want.
You could if you want. So when, you remember when Rudy won his Defensive Player of the Year?
Yep.
He was in his room, and he did a damn 40-something minute thing with TNT them. Right?
It's like 15 minutes.
What is the difference? NBA team practice, 11:01 is my obligation. You're telling me, and you want to tell these motherfucking people out here who's listening to us, from 1:01 p.m. 1:01 p.m.
About that.
to 10 motherfucking 30 a.m., damn near 22 hours
You ain't playing basketball.
free time, you're telling me that per week, 45 minutes is a distraction because you guys see it.
Public perception.
But whatever
Public
I'm
perception is
doing,
everything.
whatever.
Once again, McCants is right. The public perception of it. Also, Gilbert Arenas, he's a West Coast guy. He does not understand the optics look bad for East Coast fans. They take their sports personally. When you see a player like Paul George, the way he's performing, he looks like a shell of himself. And he has a podcast every other week laughing it up while the team is losing and he's getting paid max dollars. The optics are definitely not good. And the 76ers are an organization that really don't talk too much. They've been well known in the past couple of years of actually hiding information from the media, i.e. Ben Simmons and Markelle Fultz.
Whatever I'm doing
What are you
during
talking about?
that time is okay,
Yeah,
as long as you don't see it.
Bro.
That's what I'm talking about.
So all the shit y'all was doing
That's
is
what I'm talking
okay.
about.
It's
Listen.
okay as long as we don't see it,
Listen.
right?
Long
So
as
we're
you
saying
don't see it.
public
Bro.
perception of the shit they did. If they happen to see y'all shit y'all was doing, you don't think they gonna judge y'all on the shit y'all doing? What you get judged on is what they see. You out there performing on a podcast, but you're not performing on the court. But you going 3 for 17, right? Go home. Listen,
Facts. McCann's preaching right here. Going 3 for 17. You don't know what you're getting out of Paul George from night to night.
go home, take a nap, bro.
Yo, Nick, if you're winning, listen, Nick, if you're winning, they don't care.
It's still a distraction.
It's still
What
a
is it?
distraction.
What, it's
Because you're
still
winning. Because you're winning.
win.
Yo, winning gives you more power, bro.
So if we go in the game and we perform to a level where you can't even question whether I'm prepared or not,
Now, say it
or
again.
what's a priority or not.
Say-
so when you say, look, what's going on with him out there? He
So
don't
everybody
like
gotta
you
have the
driving
same workout
and
as
kicking.
him.
You're driving and kicking the guys who like, why are you driving and kicking to me? You Paul George.
So
Like,
you're not
go.
supposed to pass?
Can I ask you a
No, I'm
question?
just saying, like, you look at him and you say, man, you're supposed to be doing your thing, and you're looking at us like, why y'all not shooting?
And that exact scenario that Rashard McCants is speaking on, I'll include a link in the description below. I've done a game film on that with Paul George just not necessarily being that guy in the clutch for the 76ers. He just doesn't look like the same player. Age and years of wear and tear definitely have caught up with him. His legs definitely do not look the same. He doesn't have that same lift, sort of like Carmelo Anthony when he got to OKC. He kept pump faking and his legs just was never the same. And it's clear as day when you start seeing guys miss wide open mid-range jumpers.
Hey,
No, this is
everybody,
fine.
Listen,
come on, man. We
listen,
can't
this the thing,
compare
man.
everybody.
Has anybody said anything about Jalen Brunson?
Yeah, no.
Yes,
No.
yes,
Because
yes.
no.
Then why?
No.
Absolutely.
Jalen Brunson. Because Jalen Brunson is doing what Jalen Brunson do. So that's the problem with this.
Yeah.
That's the problem. I have.
Draymond Green
So
is a
then-
I
championship
don't like
winning
the
podcast.
idea.
So you got to be who you are in order to do it.
No, I don't like the idea that it's a weak thing to do to see something that we know is irrelevant to his performance, but we want to use it. So during the playoff, James Harden goes to Vegas, right?
He does.
He's filmed in Vegas, right? Motherfuckers is ready to write like motherfuckers.
During the playoffs.
In the playoffs.
During the
And
playoffs.
what did he do, Gil?
He came
in
out,
Vegas during the playoffs.
think about what we're saying.
They were
He's-
talking about him. They still was talking about him
No,
before.
not podcast.
No.
He didn't podcast.
He
went to Vegas, had him a good time.
Pies and ass. That's what he was doing.
Came home, dropped what? 40 what?
45, I believe.
45 won a game. Not one motherfucker said
It
the
was
Vegas
fine.
trip was a distraction.
And
You know
before
why?
the game,
After the
not
game.
after. I
Because
remember
what? He
He-
won. So that means the whole fucking trip is either going to be a distraction.
Yo.
Period.
Nah.
It can't be a
Nah.
distraction.
Nah.
Only
Hey,
when you're doing
nah.
that.
Hey, Gil, did they win the series?
Nah.
They did not win that series.
Bingo. There you go. They did not win that series. You see, some of these LA-born players, they can get away with that playing for certain teams like the Thunder, the Clippers. But when you start playing for the Celtics and the Knicks and the 76ers, good luck with that shit. Them fan bases are going to let you know you fucking up ASAP.
A series in which, in one game, James Harden went to Vegas.
And did they?
And they won that game in the
Okay,
series.
what was the headline?
But what is the public perception when you give ammunition for a headline? What
was-
is the headline gonna be if he don't go to Vegas?
They talking about
No. What's the headline gonna be if he don't go to Vegas?
It's still gonna be.
He dropped 45 without going to Vegas.
What was the headline?
What's the headline if he don't go to Vegas?
Don't go to Vegas and do what?
If he doesn't go to Vegas, period. What's
There's
the
no
headline?
headline.
There's no headline.
They pretended that it didn't happen
They started
because he performed well.
They was saying he might need the strip club.
But that's my problem.
So then if you don't go every time now and win, you should go to the second round, and this should be a habit for the team to know James needs to fly to Vegas.
But that's the
before
problem.
the game.
problem. It should be a distraction either way. When Jordan was in Vegas, and then he came and hit the double nickel, whatever, against New York, and it was ready to kill him, but he balled out. You should kill him no matter what. You got to keep the energy on both sides of the what's the name.
They were killing Jordan that whole time. I believe he went down 0-2 in that series. Chicago, even though they're in the Midwest, that city and its fan base has the same aura of a New York, Philadelphia, and Boston. They take their basketball just as personal. Once again, Guys like Paul George, they can get away with doing a podcast during a losing season when they play in cities like Houston, Sacramento, Minnesota, Charlotte, even Phoenix to a degree. But when you start talking about the Northeast, and I'm gonna throw Chicago into that mix, those fan bases are on a whole other level as far as how they attach their identity and personality to these teams. It's not the same, and there's a whole other level of expectation that comes along with it.
You can't look the other way
Because you win.
because you win. If it's a bad habit, it's a bad habit.
You hear this
I
shit,
can
B?
do it. I can do it. You can't do it.
Because you can't
Some
win.
people can do it. You can't do it.
You gotta win doing
You
it.
can't win doing it.
can't
Like,
win
that's just
doing
what it is.
And you definitely can't win doing it, but there were championship expectations for the Philadelphia 76ers to start the season. And unfortunately for them, they're in a very narrow window to capitalize off of Joel Embiid's prime years, and they went ahead and wasted another year, finishing the season with 24 wins and 58 losses. So that's why for that franchise and its fan base, it hurts almost twice as much. They're seeing their window of winning a championship with Embiid closing real fast. And for Paul George, he may have just realized, even though the contract was lucrative on the basketball side, his endeavors off the court, which will last him way past retirement, is now compromised due to the expectations of the city and the franchise. But we'll see how it plays out. He's definitely aging. His legs are showing it. And you guys definitely check out the link in the description below. I'll include that footage. You can see Paul George in those clutch situations without Embiid, and he looks like a shell of himself.